Okay, and we are back. You guys were going to group up and compile the information that you currently have.
Yep. We did a little bit of that while you were gone. We
Okay.
decided that.
Just
Go
kind of
ahead.
reiterate it for me.
We
Uh,
didn't do much at all.
I mean, we talked about who we wanted to talk to next, but that's about it.
Gotcha. All right. So what would you like to do?
I mean, we wanted to talk to Cameron and Worthington one more time to see if, what potential motives they might have.
Okay. Together, separate. How would you like to do it?
But don't we still need to talk to each other?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
Now,
we
you
want
guys.
to disseminate and say, all right, we've talked to everyone else. These guys are suspicious. Let's talk to them too.
Well, we also have to speak with the guards that were inspecting everything.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the report from the servants and from the guards.
Also, we're
Okay.
waiting for the cleric that was told, or at least we talk about the cleric that was told, we were told should be coming, or whether or not there is a cleric incoming.
Okay. We'll start with the staff. The staff. Uh, the head of staff comes up to you, Jin. I am sorry, sir. Um, sorry, I'm changing his voice. Uh, I'm sorry, sir. The staff that says that they have not seen anything suspicious or anything. Everything I've confirmed it with the guards that were in front of the kitchen as well as for anything awkward that they have noticed, and it does not seem like anything is out of place.
Was my request for fleece noted among those things that were not unusual?
Uh, no, this your fleece was the unusual thing beyond everything else. There was one thing, a specific dish requested by Rala Roma, but that is not out of the norm. He typically orders that dish every time he appears at the palace.
That dish would be.
Simply, it is what they call under the sea is the blue blood oyster. The difficulty in the dish is keeping it fresh. And that there is nothing out of the ordinary from tonight for the waiting staff.
Well, thank you for your time.
And then you guys were waiting on row phages as well.
Well, I mean, my request was that we get a list of the things that were requested of the guards or anyone other than the company present entering or exiting a place, but
When you
I'm
mean
guessing that will come up with just as much of a nothing.
when you mean requested from the guards,
Well, my specific request was that the captain of the guard do this investigation, but I made that request before I realized it was Ropegus, so,
someone else who you haven't exactly looked into either.
precisely.
And Bon will do that now.
Cool, go ahead.
Bon heads over to Rofagus and the two.
At this
Lord
point,
Rofagus.
the guy who basically got his face shoved into the ground is not patching himself up, but nursing some bruises on his face. Yeah, what do you want?
Well, we're doing a slight investigation of the incident that happened. and are wondering if you could answer a few things to the best of your abilities.
You found anything out who killed my younger brother?
We have some leads, but nothing of concrete evidence.
What about anything leading to this little filth?
That's what I was going to ask him about.
And he kind of points at Fred with the blade. Still suspecting him, of course.
And June just crouches down. Well, I guess not very far. It doesn't need to, but so Fred. What
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say.
exactly was it that King Gallowix paid you to allow through uninspected?
He. And he's kind of got like a fat lip at this point. All he said was, let me, like, don't question it, take the money, and, let him through.
So just don't inspect him at all.
Yeah.
And he was the only one. Everyone else was inspected.
Yeah, everyone else was inspected except the Roma guy, which was given explicit instruction to let him pass with the trident. That was the only exception.
Was he inspected otherwise?
Beyond that, yeah, he was inspected.
By chance, has anyone given information of others' gifts to any other attendant?
I wouldn't know that.
Who are the ones that were looking over the gift?
Well, we were when the gifts came in. We were to inspect the gifts and the people as they came in, like we did with you guys.
And when you were doing that, did you notice anything of
Strange. You cut out.
any strange occurrences?
No,
Weird feelings?
no. At this point, you see Bro getting like frustrated with it, with the fact that like this is not going anywhere.
June would stand up and turn to the other guard. Presumably, this other guard was working with this guy.
Yep.
So, when Fred here allowed King Gallywix through without inspecting him, is there a particular reason you also chose not to inspect the
Well, I was inspecting Roma over there while he was inspecting Gallywix. If we don't take different, bless you. If we don't take different guests, I mean, it's gonna go a lot slower.
Very well.
And it's true for what you guys did. They were taking you. It was a 1-to-1 when you guys were being inspected, and your gifts as well. So that does line up with that. Binky.
Captain Fergus, just since I'm not from this area, what exactly is the line of succession amongst your family?
And why do you happen to be asking that question?
Well, the heir apparent would have a very strong motive for killing the king. Seems fitting to know who might benefit from the king's death.
So you're saying that I killed my younger brother for succession of the throne, even though it was father who decided that he would be the next king. Is that what I'm getting at?
Well, based on your statement, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that you are the heir apparent. Based on that statement, since I didn't know that you were the heir apparent.
No, it's up in the air. Take your pick. The man had a lot of mistresses.
And the children of mistresses are in line without being legitimized?
Do you know the history of this country?
I heard the word country and that's it.
Do you know the history of this country? What it started as?
The closest I ever heard was it was a penal colony.
Pretty much. So it's king chooses succession. Doesn't matter which one. One kid's a fucking brat and turns out to be a masochist. Trust me, he's not getting it even if he was number one with the queen. Could be the next mistress down the line or the next 15.
And who decides?
The king.
The king is dead.
The king is
Who
dead.
decides when the king is dead?
No, when he says the king is dead, he means like the father of Ko.
Yes. The king, the father of Ko, is dead. And the current king is dead. Who decides who is king?
He kind of looks up at the stage where Ascent is looking over the broken throne and the bodies. He does.
So, who do you think he favors? And I will also need his service thoughts.
His service thoughts are... I'm going to beat the living shit out of Frank for breaking code and procedure. And after that, I'm going to, as he likes to do, I'm going to put somebody's head on a fucking pike for who killed the younger brother.
I wonder why he wasn't chosen as the heir apparent.
I mean, sounds like perfect king material to me. So, there was no change in his surface thought based on the fact that I just asked him who he thinks Ascent favors for the next ruler.
No, because he's got no idea. Out of all the siblings, like, there was a inkling, like, nah, it's not going to be me.
Well, Captain, thank you for your time.
Sorry, sorry, I didn't see my mic cue. He's like, it's probably not going to be me unless we go to war.
And do you foresee going to war?
Huh? I didn't say that. Maybe.
Is he thinking, what is he thinking when I ask, do you think you'll go to war?
Over this? Considering the delegates from where they came? Maybe.
Well, thank you. for your time, then. Huh? Yep.
So what would you guys like to do now? You have a lot of informations. Information.
And Luna will touch that poor guy's lip and do some light healing
He's like,
because she's nice.
When you do that, Rose like,
He needs to be able to speak.
oh, he'll speak with a few teeth in his mouth still. And Fred kind of like winces at that, like,
You should really probably look into getting help for your gambling addiction. Look at what it's caused.
I'll try. I'll try.
So June comes over and settles in once again in you see the pose.
Yep.
Looking at the three gentlemen around me here, and just getting basically going one to the other, getting a brief impression of their surface thought.
Cameron. Boy, this wine tastes wonderful. Maybe I'll take a bottle or two back as a parting gift. It's okay, it's okay. Michael, Duke Michael, is praying still that this be settled and that they find the killer. And you just hear him repeating verses in his surface thoughts from like prayers to the Dawn Father and things like that. Worthington you get like sounds from him, like, how do I put this? If you could make mental sounds of sweating bullets, that would be pretty close to what it is.
Oh God.
He sounds on the verge of an aneurysm.
Yeah. Yeah, like, he's not taking the stress well of this, because he knows that, like, they're foreign diplomats, as I said before, from an enemy kingdom. They're trying to smooth things over, and he knows that the eyes are going to be on them. And he's like, this is just a job, 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 this is just a job.
Can I get any impression of what he means by this?
That. If you want to dig deeper, it is his job to be Cameron's assistant, in that sense. And that's what you think he's referring to.
So when he says, this is just a job, it's just... Okay, so the impression I'm getting is being Cameron's, it's just... Is his thought process more in line of... how to word this?
Panicky, freaking out.
Well, no, I've already established. We already
Yeah.
established that. What I mean is working for Cameron.
Oh, is it just like...
Job
Yeah.
for something that I just did for Cameron as his assistant is just a job.
Column A, column B, actually, a little bit of both. You can't tell like which one is greater, honestly. But yeah, both. That's the DM answer. Both.
Turn to Cameron.
Yes. Can I help you?
Mr. Odell.
Odara, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Odara. My apologies. It looks like, as if things continue as they stand, Milan may have a war on its hands. How do you feel about that?
That's
And
absolutely.
again, I'm focusing on him for his surface thoughts as I'm saying these things.
That's absolutely horrible. What we are trying to do here is we are trying to garner peace together with those of Brakmar and those that side with them. We don't wish for war. It's preposterous. We would lose so many lives.
But you may gain access if you win. You may gain access to their mind. That would be beneficial, no?
We would gain access easier through peaceful means. Wars are expensive. Why? Why would we go through this entire thing after almost a millennia of fighting just to have it crumble away at some paltry notion of we could get access to their minds once we crush them? You think of the logistics, boy. It's easier to make peace than it would be war. But it's ever, ever so hard to sustain peace without a few sacrifices.
And his words are syncing up with what's going through his brain.
1-to-1. Perfect.
And when he said sacrifices, what went through his brain when he was thinking of sacrifices?
Worthington.
I heard a brief sound and
Worthington. Sorry.
Worthington was what he thought of when he was thinking sacrifices.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's totally Cameron.
And why would these sacrifices need to be made?
Alan must get rid of its old thinking, its way that it has thought for thousands of years, hundreds of years, sorry, that they own the island nation of Brakmar. When in turn they created it, they allowed it to stand on its own. The transgressions of the past must be forgotten, forgiven, if we are to move forward. There are greater things on the horizon. A much brighter future for us all if we work together. This bloodshed is appalling, honestly. I feel so horrible for the young king. He had such a bright future ahead of him. I hear that's why the previous king anointed him and not some brute like his brother there, beating up his own man. I feel I will never get to see what kind of king he would be. And it breaks my heart. And of course, 1-to-1, everything he said reverberates with his thoughts. He does feel sorry about the loss of the king.
In the meantime, Vaughn is seeing if Worthington has the bracers on.
How are you gonna do that?
Basic.
Because
At
he's
first,
he's got overcoats and undershirts on, so you would either have to physically grab him and feel for them, or pull it up, or ask him to do it. Many ways to do it to confirm that.
first seeing if they're visible, and then he's gonna.
You do not see any bulges, anything within the shirts or on the cuffs. That would indicate there's something attached to his forearms.
Mr. Worthington, would you be able to roll up your sleeve?
Yeah, okay. And he starts doing it.
I am still focusing on Cameron through this whole.
Cameron is just smiling and continuing to sip his wine, confident as ever. Worthington rolls him up, and you see the pale forearm skin on him. No bracers on his forearms.
And you, Sir Duke?
Yeah, alright. If it helps us get out of this situation, he does the same thing. No bracers on his forearms. And you can see when you go to the Duke, Cameron kind of like lets out a sigh. Whew.
Worthington, it's just a thought. Let's see your ankles.
My ankles.
Just have him stripped naked.
Uh,
Stripped naked.
okay, he pulls.
Oh, I've been to worse parties. Bloom yells.
It's like that is uncalled for, sir. And he kind of pulls up his pants to where his shoes are, and his ankles have socks on. And he pulls down his socks, and he's like, "Okay, is this okay? Is this okay?"
Sigh in his mind. Why did he?
Why did he sigh? He's like, "Oh, yeah, he's leaving me alone. Okay." Like relief. He was relieved that he went over to the Duke.
Mr. Odara, I did request this earlier, but may we see your wrists, please?
Oh, more than fine. Simple request. He unbuttons his cufflinks. On the other hand. Rolls back his sleeves. And he has nothing on his forearms at all.
Just so you're aware, what I'm about to do is using the second charge on my eye.
Okay. Let me go quickly in there and see. So this will be the second charge. Roll me a D100.
D&D Beyond is being stupid, so give me a sec here.
Or would you like me to? I'll just.
There you go.
Would you? It works. There are no ill effects.
Alright, since I'm guessing I don't see any magic items on them with
Not
that,
on Cameron. But
stand
Worthington
up and
has
begin walking around.
2 in his vestments.
Mr. Worthington, I'm going to ask you to remain very, very still. And then I'll reach into his vestments and pull out the bracers.
He fights you on that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he
fight
fight.
him totally.
He fights him. He fights you on that.
You try.
No, he's going to, and this is where we are going to roll initiative.
Oh, we're actually gonna fight shit? Holy shit.
This will be straight up at this moment. I think the people who would be most acclimated to this would be also you position yourselves, guys, where you want to be.
Well, I don't know if you heard what I said, but
You, June, you will be walking up to him. I believe we should make
stood
this.
up and walked around and stood
Yep.
behind him because, again, he would be where I saw him. So
Okay. Yep. So
I think that he would send off on a message of, "Hey, I'm gonna do this."
you never. No, he did not say that. So we're
I think
sticking.
that's just hanging out with Arlen.
You guys, you are their fawn, and you are waiting. But this will be between, since June did not communicate between anyone, we're going to go with it as is. So June, this will be between you and Worthington. So this dice will decide right here and now. Between the two of you. You ready?
well, considering D&D Beyond is still refusing to pull up my character sheets, no, I am not.
Oh, because I have it up. You have a +2 to your initiative.
Okay.
Just roll a d20. That's all you got to do.
Glad you could see my island.
That'd be a natural 20, Captain.
Yeah, guess what? He had a fucking 3. So, you get to go first. You reach into his pocket, into his vestments. Roll me a d4.
4.
When you are reaching into his vestment, and you're doing this quick, you pull out a scroll. As when you look at it, it is a glyph of warding. And it is written in handwriting very similar to those in the scroll case of Heather.
Am I going crazy? What happened?
What would you like to do? That would be your action to rummage into his breast pocket. Or not his breast pocket, into his vest. June?
My hand goes back to his shoulder. Now, since we're all friends here, charm person with quickens.
Ah, okay. So I will have him roll for this. Because now we are getting into the nitty-gritty of the scenario.
Is it still in combat or no? I can't really tell.
We're not in combat. This was just more of a reaction kind of thing. Okay, so what kind of save?
Closer? This guy grabs me?
Yep. So, what kind of?
Still my turn. For reference, it is still my 6-second turn.
No.
So
Yep.
if we're in combat, quote unquote.
This is more. This is more. It wouldn't call it combat. This is more of who's reacting quicker. That's what I did here. With the initiative between these two.
Needs a wisdom.
All right. What do I have to beat?
16.
16. Okay, wisdom. Gotcha. All right. See how this goes. He fails. So he is charmed. And for the next minute, he considers you a dear friend.
For the next hour.
Oh, next hour? It's the next hour?
Considers me a dear friend.
Okay, it's that one. Okay, I wasn't sure it was the... Oh, that's right. That's the lesser version, the cantrip.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, friends is that one.
Yeah, for the next hour.
Isn't it?
The next hour, you and him are friends.
Friendship.
And then I would just lean in and whisper into his ear, why don't you tell me how... Why don't you tell me who ordered you to do this? Hmm? Don't worry, you can just whisper it.
When you ask that question, I did it. I made the choice. I made the choice to do it. My family used to run this place almost 1,000 years ago, and we had status. We had status. Everything. It was a great life from the stories I was told growing up. And then my great-great-grandfather fucked it up. He tried to stop the brutes, the criminals, the beasts that these people are. I made the choice to do this.
Can I move closer or not? Is that okay?
Detect thoughts. Did he make the choice to do that?
It has been way longer than 6 seconds.
Don't worry about the initiative now. Now that the whole charm has gone through, that's been dropped.
Okay.
I made the choice. They
Closest to here with this right here.
You'll need a perception check. Now that you guys have kind of figured it out, we're going back to a few old methods
Okay.
for dice rolls. Roll perception. And he's whispering this too, by the way, so this will be a hard to hear.
So disadvantage?
Disadvantage, yes.
What about Luna?
Oh, okay. Both
Giant
are actually
ears.
good.
You guys are
Also 16.
you guys are far away. Ramiro, a 16 will pick it up. Trissa and Luna, what did you guys get?
1 second.
Because I don't think a 4 does it, my dear.
Ew.
No.
On the couch.
The 4 is the D4. That
Oh, sorry, that was from earlier, my bad. Sorry. Derp.
It's just not transition.
Trissa,
Over.
yeah, what did you get?
Yeah,
My low roll is 16.
16? Not good enough.
But I can tell by looking at them that they are heavily questioning him, right?
Yes, they're Worthington, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna move up
that's
closer
a
to.
25.
Shit, you hear it, Luna. You hear every little word.
Really
I'll
close.
whisper it too.
And Fawn doesn't hear shit because I rolled a 1.
They're really close.
Luna's giving you the
So I
play-by-play
get
when she's
advantage?
hearing.
What you're seeing is the side of June's face, because he essentially leaned down on over Worthington's right shoulder, and is whispering this into his ear, and listening for the reply.
So he's like,
Actually, my perception would be 6.
still no.
Yeah.
So to continue,
Whispering it to Trish.
to continue, I made the choice. I could have had such a much better life. Cameron didn't. He didn't order me to do anything. I was given the opportunity here. I was given the means to right what these monsters took from my family, and if I went back and I said, I did it. I took care of the king. They're leaderless. I figured some sort of honor would be bestowed upon my family that was lost. We did what no army could do, and I did it with no help. Cameron didn't help me. He didn't help me at all.
And is the words coming out of is what's in his brain also agreeing with what he's?
Cameron did not order him. That is true. Cameron did not tell him to kill the king.
And when he said help,
What did Tristan say?
who gave
Lies.
him the opportunity? Who gave him that help? What was he thinking? What image popped into his brain when he said, "I was given this opportunity"? Who gave him that opportunity?
The
If
opportunity.
nothing came up, June would ask this.
Nothing came up but like a fuzzy image. I was
We're friends. You can tell.
I know. I got the opportunity. I was at a wine tasting. I don't remember the man who approached me, but he said he had connections,
No, go away.
and he said he was told to give me this option that I would know what to do with it, and I'm like, it was too good to be true. I had the means. I had the opening. Why wouldn't I take it? My family lost so much so long ago. I could come back a hero. Maybe even more.
Stop. Go away.
The man looked like he must have known something. He looked like he hung around in higher crowds. I don't know who he was. After I talked to him, he gave me a letter and said, go to this location and meet with Ogre, the dock worker. And I did, and he gave me this scroll and said that I would know what to do.
No, go away.
Not this scroll, the one that you actually put in the box, right?
No. Coincidentally enough, when I saw the
No.
scroll case, I looked in and I'm like, oh my god. I can frame someone else. This is perfect. I can turn these monsters on each other. It'll be even better.
Such a clever plan. It's a real shame that it didn't work out like you wanted it.
No, it was so good, and he even pulls out the seal from the letter that Cameron had delivered. No, it was perfect. The scroll that was hidden with illusionary script, and then it was hidden on top of that with a false aura to make it just seem like an additional piece of paper. No. I had this. I sealed the paper back up, and I took the scroll out. No. The Duke was supposed to take the fall. The blind fool wanted peace with these monsters. No.
I'm going to.
Are you alright?
I'm basically going to.
And he starts reaching inside of his vestments for what you remember are the bracers.
I
Can I
gently
stop him?
drop with the one hand from his shoulder down to his other hand and say, "Shh."
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Because he considers you a friend, but everyone else still falls in that same category of they're all fucking monsters.
I'm gonna blurt this out as loudly as possible.
Okay.
How many people have to die till you get what you want?
Who are you saying that to?
I'm
I'm
gonna need
not
to take
looking
a
at
picture of
anybody.
this
I'm looking
one.
at the ground right now.
What? Who are you talking to us?
Luna would actually say there's actually like tears going down Triss's face, and just a look of pure rage on her face. How many people do you have to let die before you're satisfied, Cameron? How many?
And
Quick-
pops the cork on a new bottle of wine and begins to pour it into his glass.
Okay, unfortunately I can't send the picture that I just took, but I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Go away.
And then you get advantage on this, don't you?
Yes, I am very glad I get advantage on this.
Because you.
Love with a disadvantage.
Still over there. You were on it for fucking hours.
So he stops.
Why do you want to be on
Worthington stops what he's doing. And just looks at you and he's like, it's all.
Expected from you. Give them to me so I can take care of them for you.
And like his hands are like visibly shaking right now. Like he's visibly, his mental strain is at a single thread now, and he just hands shaking. And drops them in your hand.
Does Fawn see this?
Yeah, you see it. It's open to everyone. Cameron is just sitting there. Look, 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 look. Delicious.
I wave to Roll Flagus to come over here.
Worthington, I am quite disappointed in you. I knew your history, but I cannot believe you would take it to such lengths.
Stop everything. Stop it all right
We
now.
are trying to
Stop it
put
all
this
right now.
behind us, all the
He's not
history.
one. He's not the. He may have did the act. He's not the one behind it.
I commend you, detectives. Excellent work.
What do you mean, Teresa? Can you be more specific?
Everything here reeks of what Cameron does.
You just
He
want the
lies and
pillow.
deceives,
You have a
makes
pillow.
people believe
Go.
everything is their idea,
You
and
can't
then
sit on my lap. I have
and
a
then
kitten.
he
No,
murders
go
them.
away.
He wipes them aside
Now
like they're
go.
nothing,
Sit
just
on
to
the
get what he
couch.
wants.
You talk like
I will try and put a arm around Trick.
Don't touch me.
you talk like you know me, my dear. Do we have some history together?
I know what you did to your wife.
My wife died by being attacked by orcs out on the sea,
Day.
and they cast her into the sea.
It was a storm.
There's an entire statue, an entire law behind her death that I had worked tirelessly for years to come about.
What color,
Don't you... What was that, Pat?
What color was her hair?
Is- hold-
My detect thoughts has shifted over.
Hold on, quick thing to Pat. Same color?
Nope.
Okay, because you have... Yeah, hold on, I gotta check your backstory quickly. Sorry about that. That's a very specific detail that I'm trying to remember. What do you know? Does Trissa know what her hair color would be?
I told you.
remember. Message me. I literally can't remember for my life, Pat. Okay, thank you. My dearly departed wife. Ah, you have to bring up such a painful memory of the loss. Her hair was like that of the autumn leaves, a beautiful burnt orange, and I remember her eyes, the color. I'll never forget.
June, I want you to probe his mind as deeply as you can. I don't care if it kills him.
June glances over at you with quite a bit of concern, but looks back and begins attempting a deep breath.
I... No, I'm sorry, but, as Ascent walks towards you, I can't allow you to do that, June. If this has the potentiality of killing this man...
It doesn't. I don't have that kind of power.
Well then.
My eyes don't leave him, as I say. My eyes don't leave.
Before you do this, Ascent looks at you. I would like to remind you that they are delegates from another nation, and this is supposed to be a good-will ambassador trip to them and to us.
That was until someone killed the king.
Yes, but he is.
I'm not here at the moment. I'm deep inside his brain already.
Okay, so he has to make a save.
Yep.
What do I have to beat?
Pretty sure it's DC 16, but let me double check.
It's wisdom, right?
Yep, wisdom saving throw DC 16.
That's a 13.
Oh.
What can you probe into his mind?
I gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
That's useful.
First off, calm as a cucumber. Something... Can you read that last part to me? I'm going to kind of work backwards a little bit.
The first one is reasoning, then emotional state, then something that looms large in its mind.
So the reason for what? Like, everything that's going on here, or the reason why he is here at this party?
The main question I have would be, yes, the reasoning behind being at this party is a large one that I'm looking at.
It still stands as, for him, this was a mission from his king that he was given as a goodwill ambassador to Cophagus. That is true. 100%. Then the last one was what? And this would be...
Something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
a crown. I will give you that. A crown.
Which a crown looms large in his mind.
Just a crown, yes.
I don't suppose I can see an image of that crown, and if it matches the one on our currently charred king's head.
What? You wanted the pillow, remember?
I will give you an intelligence check to see if you can remember what the king's crown looked like. But just a crown and a void. That's it. Nothing else.
No, that's a 7.
Nope, you cannot remember that detail. Not before it was destroyed. Calm as a cucumber, his mission still stands as bringing a good peace offering. And to boot,
Then,
just a crown. That's all you get.
yeah, I guess with the last 6 seconds, I would delve around trying to find out. He is a potential party to. He could very easily be seen as a cause for war, and his mission fails. Why is he still calm? But that's the last thing I'm going to be able to look through before the spell runs out.
The last thing you get is he's a politician. He's used to this shit, this tension. The last thing you get is an image in his mind of him and his wife looking happy on a sailing boat. And he just has a big old smile on his face. Like everything is going right in the world for him. And that is it, and the spell ends.
Well,
Apparently, he came here on the orders of his king as an ambassador of goodwill. He is shockingly calm, but apparently that's because this is his natural element, and he misses his wife.
then I guess that leaves me no choice. I'm going to pull out my holy symbol, summon the spiritual weapon, and plunge it into his chest from behind.
Luther would attempt to interfere.
Yeah,
All right, nope, straight up. This is going into straight combat. I am changing the music fully now. Okay. I'm going to be adding some very specific people to this. So I will get. I need to pull up a couple specific ones. Okay, yep, she could do something. Alright. So, I'm going to get the music first.
Could my spiritual weapon be summoned before combat or no?
No. This is straight to initiative. This is to see who can react, because you have a lot of people here who can react to this.
I'm aware.
Alright, so I'm just going to move.
Saying roll initiative?
I am saying roll initiative, everyone.
Okay.
So I am going to get. Let's see, we will. Oh, I gotta check quickly. Nope, that's not it. Okay, the initiative tracker is clear. Add to turn. To turn. Alright, guys. No, the dining table does not get to go.
I knew it. It's a mimic.
I'm not. I haven't added. Yeah, the buffet table's a fucking mimic. All right, so
It's the spy for the, clone people.
It was behind the bomb the whole time.
gotcha. Did you shut the door a little bit at least? Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna do this with one ear off then. Okay, let's see. Oh fucking Christ, Heather. Well,
I'm rolling so bad today.
Heather got a natural 1. That was pretty shit. She got a 5.
Needless to say, we're stunned.
Ruth is not.
Nope.
Oh, this is gonna be. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, give me a second. I have to pick. That's the guy. Okay, here's him. Let's see what he gets. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Didn't matter too much either.
Sorry, Garrett.
What?
I
No,
know
you're
more
not.
before-
No, you're not. I'm
not.
fucking.
Sorry at all.
I'm fucking fine with this shit.
Who are you talking to here?
Sorry at all. What am I saying?
No. Okay, so he would have 7. I'm gonna roll for the Archduke and Cameron and Worthington. So the Archduke first.
One of those sorry for the extra work, not sorry you have to do extra work. That makes
Nope.
sense.
Cause this.
Michelle. Nope. He's not
I'm gonna
going
pee real quick.
Okay, that is an 11. Worthington is. Let's see what this boy gets. Holy shit. Alright. Descending order.
Oh, look.
Damn.
Who's first?
Worthington got really high up on this. So, Ramiro, it's going to be you first. As you see Trissa pull out her holy symbol, like, Ro looks behind him and he sees that for a cleric, for a spellcaster, that is something that they power, and he kind of turns around, ready to charge you. But before that happens, Ramiro, you get to go first. As Trissa pulls out her holy symbol and raises it up, and you start to see a corporeal form of a water scimitar forming behind Cameron. The spell has not fully formed. Son of a bitch! You heard none of that, didn't you?
No, I said I would be right back though. I don't know. If
Okay,
you
so
heard.
sorry, sorry about that. I was busy. So Trissa is forming her water scimitar, her holy weapon, behind Cameron,
Shit.
and you are first up in the order. It is not her turn yet, but you have a chance to stop this somehow.
Can I just grab Cameron and yeet him out of? Or
Okay.
not yeet him, but grab him and just
That's
move
what
him?
you're thinking.
You can drag a person half your movement speed.
I move him 20 feet away.
Sure. I'm gonna.
I'll turn around. I mean, if he's
Excuse
right
me.
there, I guess I can
So-
move
I'm gonna have this.
right there.
I'm gonna the scimitar show up right there. Actually, I'm gonna move that over here. I know why a second one showed up. Trissa, I'm gonna give you control of this one. As per usual, the blue tin controlled by Trissa.
Is Cameron on top of someone? Oh wait, no, never mind.
No, he's not. I moved.
Nope.
I moved Arlen because it was getting really tense and he wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Okay, good.
And I will turn around to Trissa and say, You can't just kill him.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Okay. The Vizier.
And I will hold my action
Go ahead.
to use my hybrid form if Trissa decides to continue.
Okay.
I know you're upset and you want to kill him, but you can't. Unless someone in charge tells you can.
So Vizier Ascent will go next, and he looks at everything that's happening, gives a wonderful smile, and will do nothing. Vutha, you are up.
Vutha is going to take a guarding position, essentially fists up, ready to attack anyone who gets near Cameron, and says to Trissa, he may be evil according to you, but that does not give you the right to repay him with death.
It's not your call right now, man.
That's your action, Vutha?
Yep, I am holding my action. Essentially, I'm holding an action to attack anyone who comes near Cameron.
Cool. And then anything else, or is that it?
That's it. Just holding my action to attack anyone who gets near Cameron.
Okay. Well,
Either with a weapon or natural weapon.
June, you still have the bracers in your hand, right? June.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember.
You took them from him, and then you were doing a bunch of probing.
I'm trying to remember the sequence of events that would have led up to all of this because,
Because I would assume you have the bracer still in your hands as this is all going on, and you haven't stowed them anywhere.
Yeah, no, because the thought that I had in my head before the summoning a falchion to kill a
Right.
noble happened, the thought that I had in my head was that as he continues kind of gently speaking to Worthington, comforting him like a good friend would, he would kind of slowly transfer them over to Fawn. Just like, shift over 5 feet, hand the bracers over to Fawn.
I'm gonna say with all the events happen.
I'm not sure I had enough time.
Yeah, you did not. I'm gonna say you said slow, so I'm gonna take that as no. So
You're just like,
we're gonna take that. I am now standing over here, but I have not actually handed them off.
yeah, I'm gonna. Here's the thing. When I said Worthington was at like the last mental thread of sanity, he just snaps and dives for the precious. No. Cameron's too good at man. He's better than the rest of us. He's done so much. He cannot die. I need you to roll a contesting strength. With Worthington.
I hope his is shit, because mine is. That's some.
No, Jack, get down. No, I know, but he cannot be on my lap right now. I know he loves me. I love him too. He's a cute little cat. Sorry, I closed up the noble to him. Okay, well, it doesn't, so what did you get?
11.
11.
11? Okay, so this guy gets no modifiers to this, so let's find out.
Neither do I.
Ooh. Eight. You remain in possession of the bracers.
And June wins.
That is Worthington's turn. He cannot.
Did you see that, Vutha? I outstrength him.
Yeah, you did. Look at you, big boy.
It comes to Trissa's turn.
Hearing everything they said, at the end of Avatar when Azula kind of lose her shit?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I thought you said you trusted me. Were those lies too? I'm gonna move the scimitar right here, and it's going to attack Cameron.
Roll the hit.
And Butha would immediately move to, well, parry the sword with her fist.
So what you're doing is you're essentially taking like a protect action. Let me see.
Yep.
I don't think.
An eye has transformed.
And you transform, yes. Disengage. There's the
Nothing can be done to it.
there's the dodge action. Hide. Improvise.
You don't have magic fists yet as a monk,
I do have magic fists.
so I think it does work.
Really is. I don't know how you want to rule it with.
Well, I mean, if it's magical damage, it can do damage to incorporeal objects, technically speaking.
I'm gonna say this. You're gonna human shield it. So here's the thing, if Trissa does hit, you will take some of the damage that Cameron does. I think that's a fair assessment.
Alright.
Fine with me.
Which way was she coming? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she can do it. So roll the hit first off. You have to hit Cameron first.
Yep. All right. That's going to be a 17.
Fucking hits.
I don't suppose I can cast Curse of the Eyeless on an incorporeal weapon?
No, you cannot.
Damn it.
All right. So this is what it's gonna be. The damage is gonna be split between the two.
Sorry, I had to get a D8 out.
Yep. I have magical key powered strikes. Yay.
That always is one of those. That comes up with spiritual weapon a lot, I found.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are they?
There.
I'm using my fists.
Alright. That is going to be only 6 points of damage.
So 3 and 3. Cameron is still up,
That's fine with me.
but you carve a huge chunk out of his back as he starts to turn to run, and you can all see like the gash is immensely huge, and he stumbles and starts to run.
If that's how it's going to be, fine. I'm going. That's a bonus action.
I know.
Yes, it is.
Oh wait, that's also a spell.
Bonus action to summon.
Bonus action to summon and attack.
Yep.
Right.
Since we're ruling it as, since we did it as she summoned it to start combat, it would just be then
On her
you
turn.
can move it
Right.
20 feet and attack as a bonus action with the spirit.
Yep. And then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on Cameron.
All right, what's he got to make for this one?
You gotta make a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay, sign up. He passes. Exactly 16. 14 plus 2. It is now Cameron's turn. Let's see here. So, good thing attack of opportunities don't matter. I'm just gonna see how far he can get in 60 feet.
He also has to jump the table.
Oh, yeah, let's see if he does that. He's not very athletic. Well, actually, he wouldn't really need to, because he could just do this, and then this.
Because Booth is not in any way in between.
Yep. He's gonna run towards the only person who could probably stop you. And hide behind Ascent. And he will say, "Do something about her. I'm your guest. You know this could start an international war between all the nations. I'm too important
He
to
is-
die." June, your turn. Junichi, you're up.
and
Oh, by the way, your spell that you use, just a quick thing. Did it require an arcane focus or anything like that?
which one?
Uh, no, I think I looked through this. I think you're fine. I looked through your spells earlier. Yeah, verbal and somatic. Yeah, you're good. Never mind. Yeah, June, you're up. Luna, you're up next, and then it's going to be Ro.
I'm about to make a cleric do a wisdom save. This is going to end horribly. But
A cleric that's been actually rolling relatively okay tonight.
Apparently, D&D Beyond changed how they display key points.
yeah, they did, and it's a pain.
That's interesting.
Yep. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have anything I can add to this. Yep. Give me that wisdom saving throw for charm. On Trissa.
22.
Yeah, nah, you're good. Went about as well as I was expecting it to, unfortunately.
Okay, after that, Luna, you are up.
Trish, what are you doing? And Luna will, I guess, a grapple check, which is gonna fail. Explain to us what's going on.
June's not done.
Oh, June's not done. Oh, I'm sorry about that, June.
Yeah,
Nick?
the problem is I'm pretty much out of resources at this point, so.
Well, I did put you guys in a difficult situation, but that's the fun of it.
Meanwhile, Booth is just like, I'm raring to go.
Can you do a good old Eldritch Blast?
I can do a lot of things, and I don't want to do any of them, but where I'm at right now, let's see.
You know, I feel like I should have asked at the very beginning of the entire campaign, is PvP allowed?
It is now.
2020, that one.
It is now.
I am going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell minor illusion to create a wall right here. Basically, just blocking Trissa's view that way.
How big is it?
Putting an illusionary wall 5 by 5 right there.
There you go.
Oh god, Booth had a devious idea.
And I'll try to figure out my movement, go on to the next turn. I don't know if I even want to move, so I'm not going to waste any more time on that because it'll be completely irrelevant.
Gotcha. Luna, you can go next.
And I'm guessing Luna will grab onto Trissa, being like, "What are you doing? Explain to me what's going on. What is causing you so much pain? What happened? What is this?" Just this pain, seeing her friend hurt wash over her face as she's, I guess a grapple check.
Can Trista reply with a short statement even though she already said something?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm liking this way too much.
She's gonna just not even gonna look at Luna and just say, I can't.
Okay. Roll that contested strength checks.
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually pulling on her?
Yeah. Well, she's right next to her.
Okay. I didn't know if she was actually like mechanically pulling on her. So is it what is it? Just strength versus strength or what?
Strength
What would
versus
it
strength?
be, DM?
It would be athletics. But Trissa can do athletics or acrobatics. You have to do a straight athletics roll.
Why is there a black box here?
That's the illusion.
Yep.
Illusionary wall.
Let's use
Okay.
this dice.
That'll be a 10. So.
I'm doing acrobatics, by the way.
Okay.
What? What?
That's also a 10.
My lap and
So that goes to attack, right?
Yes, it does. You are now grappled.
Why not, Trish? She's almost in tears.
Oh, by the by, I realized what I was gonna do with my movement. Basically, I'm just gonna hand.
Go ahead and do it. We're gonna keep going. Just do it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hand off the bracers to Fawn, and get the fuck out.
Okay.
I guess that'll be my turn.
Okay, so Ro is going to do this. He will. Let's see.
He's also affected by the illusion.
That's a good point. Let's see if the boy's smart enough. No, he's not smart enough. Let's see, are his men? Nope. But that doesn't mean they can't still go around. So
Wonder why he wasn't chosen for king.
So he is going to use he's going to charge you. And he's going to use a feature called Command and order one of his other men to attack you. Non-lethally, of course, as is their job. So they have flanking on this, so
Aim for the legs.
natural 20 from Ro. And, yeah, that's going to hit you because you're not wearing any armor.
Thank God hit points aren't affected by armor.
Yep. So you're going to take... Oh, yeah, he gets another attack, too. Yeah, so he's going to hit you as well. So we're going to turn this into... This is all non-lethal, by the way. Let's see, 2d6.
If I might ask one thing, where is he attacking? On Triss's body. I'm curious.
Like, back of the head. He's trying to knock...
What about Ro?
Ro, they're both trying... one's... Well, the...
Because Ro can't get the back of the head.
Then we'll say they're going for your side. They're trying to knock you out and wind you.
Okay.
They're not trying to kill you.
Oh, is this just the butt of their swords?
It's the butt of their swords, yeah.
Okay.
They don't want
Or
to.
the flat of their swords. You know.
Yep. So... you're going to take 5 from the other guard, and then row him...
Tell me the total.
Yep. This is the crit. Plus 6. So 30 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Non-lethal.
Okay. There's no way to count on lethal in here, but
Just count it like normal. It's all going to be non-lethal.
what? I want to food again.
Heather. So that will be his turn. Heather will grab a fork off the table, since it is made of iron. And she will do hold person on you. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. 17 DC.
What the shit? You don't want to be on my lap, but you're meowing to be on the goddamn chair? You
Yeah,
asshole.
that's a 15.
You are now paralyzed. Fawn, it's your turn.
Is Worthington still kind of coming at me, trying to get the bracers?
When June left, he kind of fell to the floor, but yes, he is trying to come for those bracers still to help Cameron.
I give an unarmed strike, non-lethal.
Okay. Roll the hit with advantage because he is prone on the ground.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes. Because nobody here is wearing armor.
Well, there's one guy.
A couple, yeah. The guards in row.
4 damage straight, non-lethal.
Okay. But you get more attacks, of course. He's not unconscious. He's still coming for you. Starting
Alright, another attack. And that one's a 15.
to hits. Roll damage.
Straight 4, non-lethal.
Nope, he's still up. By 1. Like, you just see him as, I need to help. Cameron? The Archduke will just... The man doesn't know what to do. He's shocked by the events. Like, he just... He's
He's just like, what?
pretty much. This is going back to...
My profession, not class.
This is going to...
Stay seated, Sir Duke.
Yeah, he'll stay seated. This goes back up to Ramiro.
So Trissa has been contained.
No.
Well, she's been.
She's paralyzed right now by Heather's spell.
Grappled and under the effect of hold person, yes.
And Worthington is coming after Vaughn, so I will move over here and then just like attack to basically like karate chop him in the neck and not.
Just roll a d20. If you hit 10, you knock him out
Yeah,
because
I
he has
hit him.
1. Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Worthington is just unconscious.
Okay.
I'm
That
just gonna give him the sleepy symbol.
was 20.
So he's out. We'll give him the X2 just to signify the both.
Then I'm gonna move.
That a fucking bear randomly showed up.
Right. Well, I mean half bear.
He's half bear,
You
yeah.
wouldn't have even seen it, just right in the back, and then I'm gonna run over in front of.
All right, what are you gonna do with Trissa?
I'm just gonna stand there and try to reason with her if I can. But I will hold any further action because I don't want to knock my friend out.
Cool.
We can still not make this a big deal. You just have to stop. I understand.
Knife.
I can't respond, so.
No.
Yep,
Right.
she's paralyzed.
You.
So, Ascend will be like, now that Cameron is cowering behind him, I think it is time to put an end to all of this. Trissa,
No.
I need you to make me another wisdom saving throw. And because hold person doesn't give you disadvantage on that,
So it's just a regular. It's just regular.
it's a regular wisdom saving throw, and the DC you must beat is...
Don't tell me. I'll tell you what I roll, and you tell me if it fails or not.
Gotcha. All right.
One thing, whatever spell he's casting, does it require line of sight? Because he does not have that at the moment.
Yeah, he does.
Through my illusionary wall.
Mm-hmm. You should know who my boy is.
He can see through illusions.
Fair enough.
I trust the DM. You said wisdom?
Wisdom, yep.
So he knew the statue was fake all along.
Natural 20 for a 27.
Well, that doesn't happen very often. That someone beats me. Oh, Cameron, you might be dying here today.
Not if Butha can stop it.
Yeah, that was a... I'll tell you guys after. We're gonna keep moving. Vutha, go ahead.
Alright.
Thoughts?
Butha is going to head over to the table, grab the scroll with Orluk's Resilience Sphere, and then take her Step of the Wind to do a dash action as a bonus action,
What? Oh, sassy.
and
Getting
I am going to
sassy.
hand off the sphere
Aw.
to Cameron and say, use this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Worthington doesn't work. It's Trissa's turn.
Is hold person one of those you get or save every round or not?
It's the save at the end, I believe. Let's see. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw. So go ahead.
Okay, but I can't do anything otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's it. You can just make the save.
That's going to be a 16.
Heather's is. Oh, that beats it. Heather has a 16 DC.
But I'm holding you.
Well, you still can't move, but you can still cast a spell.
Yeah. You have to break the grapple next.
Okay, so it's the end of the turn, so that's the end of my turn then, right?
It goes to Cameron. I'm gonna see if Cameron, with his intelligence check, can cast a spell. For the love of God, did I? I keep losing the noble. Alright, Cameron. Heather's going to be sad as her spell scroll burns and nothing happens.
Holy crap,
Whoa.
Cameron.
Yeah, he rolled a fucking 2.
What an idiot.
Butha had this. Butha was so smart.
I'm sorry, the dice on this one.
Butha gets the point, but
Cameron does not.
So he's weak and he's dumb. Come on.
I'm sorry, a 2 just stole the story there.
you should just kill him.
June, you're up.
Trissa, either stand down or give us a damned good reason to kill that man. Your word is not enough. Go.
I am shaking as I just look up at him. I'm Claire Masgard.
The only
That
pe-
may mean anything.
the
Screaming
only
that at the top of his lung, top of her lungs.
the only 2 or the only 3 people that actually react to that is Michael, Worthington. Well, no, Worthington's unconscious. Sorry, there are only 2 people. Michael and Cameron are the only 2 people to react to that name. And you see Cameron's face go ghost white as if a ghost from beyond the grave has come back to haunt him.
Meanwhile, Booth is just giving him absolute looks of disbelief, going, "You ruined the scroll. What the fuck?"
But I didn't mean to do it. This is much more complicated than I'm used to. June, I believe it's still your turn?
It is, but I'm currently going through my spell list trying to find anything I can do, but you know, like I said, kind of out of resources, so I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk do you want a perception check to see if I notice Michael reacting to that? Or do
No.
I just notice Michael
You notice, you're right.
reacting
It's
to
it's
that
fucking
thing?
10 feet away. You see it.
I immediately walk over. I immediately go over to him and say, "What does that mean?"
Cameron's entire career is built off the death of his wife. That's not possible. She died at sea. He claimed it was the orcs that did it. That's the story he tells.
And that name is his wife?
That is exactly who the Clare Act is based off of. It is based off of Claire Mascot.
And I'm pretty sure that fills out our 6 seconds very nicely. So yeah, that's definitely the end of my turn.
Yeah, that's big information right there. Luna.
Well, her grapple will turn into a hug. And Luna breaks down for Trista.
That's
Because even though she doesn't understand the name, it puts 2 and 2 together. She was his wife. He tried to kill her.
So that's going to be your turn. We're going to go to Ro. This should not be taking this long. Oh my god.
Oh, Trista.
Gonna hit. What's our boy got for plus? Gonna hit. Non-lethal. Trissa. Gonna tell his.
Oh,
Gonna hit. Oof. 13. 23. 30.
I suspect that they're still trying to stab Trista. Luna would step in the way. But that's your call.
It's. If you want to take some of the bludgeoning damage, I did rule
Yeah.
that. Okay, so 2 of those attacks. Let's drop it down to. You will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and Trissa will take 20.
Still up, bitches.
That is non-lethal damage, yes?
Yes, it's non-lethal, but we're treating it as just the tracker for, so and so.
Right.
Tracker for unconsciousness.
Yes.
Since Luna is right there.
So we're gonna move on to Heather. What can she do? She doesn't really want to do this, but the incident that this could cause if Cameron dies. Does paralyze? No, you're not paralyzed anymore. You break in that. You're just when you're
grappled.
just grappled. So I guess Heather's gonna try.
She's not even grappled anymore.
No, you're still grappled. That hug is a grapple.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's stopping hug that she's also blocking blows for you.
Okay.
Pat, I'm sorry about this next thing, but
If it's what the character would do, I just do it.
Heather would not allow a. She knows what the death of Cameron would cause, so. And she yells out, "I'm sorry, Trissa, but it's for my family."
Which Trista has no context for, but whatever.
I know.
Does. Romero does.
Yup, I was about to say Romero totally does.
She's gonna fire a total of 3 scorching rays at you, and they all hit for a total of 19 damage.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
So I'm just gonna ask this: does someone heal Trissa, or want to stabilize her? Because that was magic damage.
Yeah.
That was magic
Gonna
damage.
toss a- Yeah, I can
Font-
use a healing potion to stabilize her.
You don't have those with you.
Oh.
Luna can use her light thing.
So
to-
first things first, Fawn, it's going to you.
Seeing the blast hit Trisha and her fall, I run over.
Give me a medicine check to stabilize her, DC 10.
I'm gonna give you guidance.
Luna's got
put my hand
healing
on
No,
you.
guys,
minds.
guys,
Literally
guys,
helping her.
guys. It's Fawn's turn. Okay?
26.
She's fine. She is stabilized.
Doctor, everybody.
Is
And-
that with the plus D4?
No, that's he made it.
Doesn't matter.
He made
That
it.
was with a +8 medicine.
She is stabilized, and I think right there is a wonderful place to end tonight. So,
Good, like,
thanks for coming.